mute everybody. That's not me being rude. It's just to kind of silence some of the background noise for those that maybe don't know how to mute. That doesn't mean you can't unmute yourself, or you can also raise your hand. So let me go ahead and mute.
So,
oh, yes,
with your
Francine, go
sister's
ahead.
class in the morning, we cannot talk to her because it makes our screen go black. Is it different right now? We can talk to you?
Yeah, so there's a couple things that may be going on there, and I can actually just start with the view in just a moment. I'll first just tell you a little bit about who I am, and then I'll talk about the view, because that might be the problem.
Okay.
And she was going to try to join today because she's also just kind of learning Zoom herself, but either she'll pop in here or I may have to give her a one-on-one training. So my name is Sarah Tetlow. Thanks for those that are joining. You saw my post either in Pleasant Hill. My dad posted in Reno, Nevada. And I also think my sister let some of you know on her aqua. She teaches Zumba and aqua at a couple health clubs. And now, of course, we're doing it over Zoom. I have a company that is called Firm Focus. I help attorneys with time management, productivity, efficiency. And doing these trainings, my gift to the community is so that you guys can gain some confidence, so that you can host meetings with your family and your friends and your church and social clubs. And for me, I am used to giving my presentations in person, and I want to start getting more comfortable using Zoom. There's Jennifer, she just joined, she's out in the sun. I want to get a little bit more comfortable doing my presentations over Zoom. So this is a really great way for me to kind of just troubleshoot things that come up or how to manage this a little bit better. So that's my value to me and to you. Someone's already asking about raising your hand, so that's great. If you look at your screen at the bottom, if you're on a laptop and you hover to the bottom where it says participants, and mine says manage participants, but yours says participants. When you're in that feature, and why isn't it showing up? Do you guys see? I can't raise my hand because I'm the host, that's why, but you guys should all probably see raise hand, slow down, speed up. Is that showing up for you? Thumbs up if it is.
Not for me. I'm on an iPad. Oh dear.
Okay.
And my informational screen is at the top, but I do see participants.
Okay, so yeah, I've got Jennifer is raising her hand. And Jen, I'm going to unmute you. Can you let us know, are you on a phone?
So I'm on my phone. Where I go from mine is at the bottom. It says mute, stop video, share contact, participants, and then it says more. If you click on more, in there, there's so I can do a thumbs up. Did you see that? I can do hand claps there. There's a chat, there's a meeting setting, a minimize, I can't say that word.
Minimize.
Yep.
And virtual background, and then there's the hand.
Okay, good. So if we want to if we want to do any of that, we just go to that more and pick something.
Correct. So go to more, and there's the hand clapping, the thumbs up, there's all that stuff. So
Cindy,
see, I have a
Cindy
thumbs
has
up.
a thumbs up. Yeah. Great. Okay, Jen, thank you.
Thanks, Jen.
All right. Okay, so we jumped right into raising hands. That's especially with a group kind of this big. That's a really great way where I have you all on mute, and so that we don't talk over each other. You can just sort of raise your hand, and I can see Robert has his hand raised. Robert, I'm assuming that's just to test it?
Okay.
Perfect, great. And Cheryl, just to test it as well?
I cannot get it on my PC, and I want to work with students on it. It's bigger than on an iPad, and it directs me back to my iPad or an iPhone rather than on the PC. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'd like to download the app for the PC.
Okay, so at the end of kind of the overview, let's see if we can troubleshoot that.
Okay.
But we'll come back to that. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarah, are you getting Rick and Diane?
Let's see. My list is long now because okay. I did not get Rick and Diane.
Okay.
You want to try again?
We can see ourselves on the screen.
Yeah, but what about your hand raise? Did you try doing the hand raise?
Yes. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I did. See the
Yeah.
hand?
Great.
Can I say one more thing on the PC thing? So when I was on my computer, if you hit the participants, underneath everybody's list of names is the raise hand on when I'm on my normal computer.
Okay, so missed hand raise icon. Okay, great. Do you have to unraise your hand? That's a great question. And I actually, I can lower your hand when I've addressed you. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm lowering everyone's hands.
Okay.
So as the host, I'm not going to get into too much about being a host, but I will cover some of it because what I'm seeing, and I pretty much will only be a host if I'm on a laptop, but I have a lot of features as the host to raise the hand or lower hands or mute everybody. Okay. Okay, so with that, we were talking about view because I think Francine had a question about seeing black. If you're on a laptop and you hover up in the upper right hand corner, you're either going to see something that says speaker view, gallery, or it's going to look like a little grid. And if you click that, you'll notice that the view is going to change from sort of the Brady Bunch, we're looking at everybody, to whoever's talking is your master. And it's the opposite. So if you are looking at the Brady Bunch, you are in gallery mode, but it'll say speaker. And if you are looking at one person much larger, you are in speaker mode, but it'll say gallery because it's basically offering you the other option. Most of the time, I prefer to be in gallery mode where I see the Brady Bunch, so I can kind of see everybody's faces, see how everyone's interacting. But there are times certainly when you want to focus on just the person presenting. Another thing that you can do is if you are in speaker mode, again, that means that you see someone larger and it actually says gallery. But if you're in speaker mode, you can actually pin somebody so that it always has that person as the master. And the way you can do that is back in gallery mode. If you hover your mouse over anyone's picture, you're going to see that it has a dot, dot, dot. And if you click that dot, 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 you'll see there's a couple options that pop up. You can privately chat with somebody. You can pin them. I can make them the host, so I can actually give some of you hosting capabilities. There's a couple other options there. I mentioned chat. I can remove people. So where that comes in handy is if you have a big group and maybe somebody forgot that they were and they laid their phone down and it's not on mute and you're looking at the ceiling and they're not coming back. As the host, maybe I want to just politely let them go. So that's one of the features up in the view. And that's simple. There's just the two view options. So Francine, I'm not sure if that might be one of the issues, but likely what's happening is that it's in speaker mode for you. So you're looking at whoever is, whoever's making noise Zoom is gonna bring them in as the master view. And so if it's somebody who didn't turn off their background noise, they're gonna keep popping in. And if they don't have a photo, it's just gonna be a black screen. So that's where like Jennifer as the host should mute everybody. And then if you're able to go in there and kind of facilitate and remove people, but when you're doing a workout class, it's a little bit harder to facilitate. Okay, so with that, and I'm gonna tell you one other very quick thing too. If you are on a laptop, because you're currently mostly muted, if you wanna chime in, whether you raise your hand or just chime in, you can hold down your space bar and that will unmute you while you make a comment. And then if you let go of your space bar, it puts you back into mute. So that's a really good, efficient way to just kind of chime in a sentence and then release it again. So if you guys want to try, I see Robert's doing it successfully. Space bars will remove your mute and then put you back on mute.
This is Rick.
Okay,
And I just did that as well.
great. Helen did it. Yep. Okay.
Did you get Rick and Diane?
Rick and Diane did it. Yep. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to go down to your bottom screen. Again, I'm mostly talking about on a laptop. And I will admit too, I am a PC user and I use a Samsung Galaxy. So I'm not as well versed when it comes to iPhones. If there's an iPhone question, my sister is probably going to be able to chime in and help with that a little bit more. But some of the features translate, but some of them I might be stumped if it's an iPhone specific question. Okay. Down at the bottom again on a laptop, if you scroll, you're going to see this is your operating panel down here. On the far left, you have the obvious one, mute and unmute. And for me, this is where I can also mute everybody. Hold on one moment. Okay. Okay, great. I just put everyone back on mute again just because there was a little noise coming through and that just kind of resets the playing field. So if you do need to chime in, feel free to hold down that space bar or just go down and hit the unmute button below. But obviously you could just toggle that on and off when it's on a laptop. And yeah, Francine, did you have a question? What's that?
I sent you a couple of chats because it looks like somehow I got just now unmuted. So maybe you can hear me now?
Yeah, because I unmuted you.
Okay. I'm on an iPad, so I have no mouse. And when I tried to tap on my space bar, it did not unmute me.
Okay, yeah, it probably won't work on, okay, so I can just keep you unmuted. It sounds like you don't have a lot of background noise. That's fine.
I don't, I'm here alone.
Okay, great. And Helen, it looks like they're trying to talk.
Yes, sorry. I'm on an iPad as well, and all that information is in on the upper right-hand corner. I just tapped it, and there I see all these mute, stop video, share. So that might work for you, Francine. I'm not sure.
Oh, I see that now under participants.
Yeah,
That whole, there's a little bar up there.
Top right,
Okay.
got it. And I did follow the switch to gallery view. It's on the top left on our iPads, correct, Helen?
Correct.
Okay. Thank
great.
you.
Thanks for helping each other. I appreciate it. Great. Okay, so that's the main thing for the mute. If you go over, and I'm sure by now you guys are finding it on your iPads, which is probably fairly similar on the iPhone. On the laptop, on the bottom, the next one is stop video. So stop video, we've got a couple participants where we can read their phone number or their name because they don't have their video on. And for me, for example, I've uploaded a photo. So when I stop my video, it replaces it with my headshot. And I just do that for professional reasons, but that is an option. You can upload a photo. And when you stop video, it'll just put your picture there so you can go. Sometimes right now I've got kids, I'm distracted, I'm in a meeting. Can you guys hear me okay?